take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
All right, y'all, we're here, we're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked, and look, like this video, share this video, go right above my head to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Do that. We need it. It would help a lot. Look, guys, you seen it. September 21st. A night to remember. Jackson, Tennessee, the Picture Perfect Arena. Do not miss this show. It's going to be a who's who of Memphis wrestling, from the classics to the KAW, to the Power Pro, and there's no telling who else you might see there. It's going to be a huge night, a Hall of Fame ceremony. There's going to be a tribute to Jerry Lawler and Bill Dundee, and from 3:30 to 6, there's going to be a huge meet and greet. There's going to be a lot of podcasts there doing stuff live. You never know. You might even make it on a podcast. Look, guys, tonight, man, this is a show I've really been looking forward to. We got a young tag team here. They're brash. They're arrogant. They're cocky. They like to stir the pot, man, but I tell you what, they're fun. They're 100% fun, and I'll tell you this, these are the guys your parents warned you about. None other than Dakota and Hunter Dabbs. Parental advisory. Excuse me, guys. I'm a little off. I'm thinking about pulling you down, and let's redo that. Let's do that. I'm going to pull you guys down. Let's just redo that whole set. All right, guys. We got an awesome fucking show for you tonight. Tonight's the night. I love these guys. They're arrogant. They're brash. They're cocky. And they're fun as hell. And they're EPW's newest, hottest tag team. These are the guys your parents warned you about. None other than Hunter and Dakota Dabbs. Parental advisory. All right, guys. What's up, fellas?
How's it going?
How you guys doing, man?
Man, we're doing all right. Doing good.
How about yourself?
And doing good. Look, man, I said it in the beginning. Young, hungry, brash, cocky. Y'all like to stir the pot, man, and y'all are fun. I love that about you. But talk to me about this. Both of you guys, second-generation athletes. It looks like you guys just popped on the scene at EPW out of nowhere, but that's not really the fact. So let's kind of go back and y'all talk about growing up the son of Tony Dabbs. Growing up in this wrestling business, guys.
So, we've been to shows our whole lives. Our dad, Tony Dabbs, he wrestled for 28 years. He's wrestled all over the Mid-South area.
Hey, hold on a minute, guy. Can y'all turn that up? Turn your volume up just a tad.
Is this any better?
That's better. All right. Tony Dabbs is your daddy. Let's go, Dakota.
He's been wrestling around 28 years. He's been around just about everywhere around here down south. And we've been to all the shows. And this is kind of something we knew we were going to do. From a very young age, we both knew that we wanted to be wrestlers. We've been taking bumps since we were 8 years old. Yeah. It's something that kind of came natural to us. And we learned the business at a very young age, so getting into it was something that kind of came a little bit natural, but,
it's about the same for me, obviously. Like you said, we first learned how to bump I was 8 or so, he was 9. We've been in a ring our entire lives, going to shows our entire lives, so it's just something we was kind of born to do. Our whole family, honestly, is wrestlers. My dad, both of my uncles, one of my uncles is Chris Styles, and the other one is Josh Matthews. And then Chris and Josh's dad, Wayne Blaylock, he used to wrestle. And so, we was kind of born to do this. And like you said, it just came natural. It's something we always knew we wanted to do.
It's in you guys' blood, it sounds like, man. I didn't realize that you had other family members that were in the business other than your dad. So, look, parental advisory. Let's talk about that for a second. I love it, guys. I do. I think it's cool. 100% cool. I love it. It fits you guys. How did y'all come across that, man? Was it a collective collaboration between EPW and you guys? Did you guys come up with it? Talk to me about parental advisory. The one thing I do know about it is that your dad actually had a team and it went by parental advisory back in the day. So there's lineage there. There's history. So talk to me about this, man.
Yeah, so like you said, it was my dad, obviously, about 20 to 25 years ago, something like that, if I'm not mistaken, came up with the name Parental Advisory and the gimmick and the whole ordeal behind it. And we was wrestling with another promotion where we trained at, and the first promotion we worked with, and we was going by the tag team name, the MILF Magnets. It was, I don't know, looking back on it, if it was the best idea, but
I think I've seen some I think I may have seen a flyer or two with that name on it.
Yeah,
I didn't know who it was, but I seem to remember that MILF Magnets, man.
yeah. I mean, looking back on it, it was still very very new and young, and then EPW was interested in us, and they do TV and things like that, and they just told us straight up, it was like, can't do milk magnets. We can't do that. And it was something, as we grew in the business, we wanted to get out of anyway. So EPW was our road and our gateway to get out of using that name and that gimmick. So yeah, like you said, it was our dad came up with it however long ago, and when we was trying to shoot some ideas for new gimmicks and new tag names, I mean, he just threw up the idea. He was like, just take it up. I mean, keep it going. Might as well. It's there for the
Right.
taking. You might as well just take it. So yeah, that's something that was passed on to us, and that's where the name and the gimmick came from.
Dude, I love it. I'll tell you what, MILF Magnets got my attention when I seen it too.
Yeah,
And I mean, it's kind of like it's on the same vein of what MILF Magnets is. I think it's just a little more polished. I love
yeah,
parental
exactly.
advisory. I do. I think it's a little more polished, but I feel like y'all are the same guys
Oh
uh,
yeah,
that wanted to be the MILF Magnets, man. You never know. You might can work that M&M in there somewhere. You might get some tights with some M&M on the side of them, and nobody knows until they
yeah.
asked you.
Nobody. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So look at CM Punk chick magnet. I mean,
Yep.
you could do a lot with it. I love it, guys. But look, let's talk EPW. Like I said, for a lot of people, it's like you guys just came out of nowhere. And I'll be honest with you, I may have seen you guys before EPW. I definitely remember seeing a flyer or so with the MILF Magnets or hearing that name. But for a lot of people, casual fans, it's like you guys just came out of nowhere. But like I said, that's not the case. You kind of grew up in the business. Apparently, your whole family's in the business, so it's in your blood, it's in your lineage. So talk to me about this. Talk to both of you's already said you've been taking bumps since you were 8. Take me through each one of y'all's very first match in the ring. Was it together? Was it separately? What was going on there?
Okay, so my first match, it was around. So I just hit a year. It was August 12th of 2023, and I worked heel, and I can admit that I probably could have used a little bit more training because it wasn't that good. I didn't understand the whole point of working heat, so it was kind of sloppy in some spots. But it was just one of those things that I look back on now, and that was a learning experience. It was definitely, I wouldn't say it was super terrible. I was in there with Steven Styles, and it was in Mantachi, and I took some pretty crazy bumps for being my
Yeah.
first match. I can say that, but I'm proud of it. It was definitely a good start, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for Steven Styles and if it wasn't for stepping in the ring and having that confidence and being able to get out there in front of a crowd. Not everybody has that. Not everybody can do that.
Right. And Steven
And for
Styles got
me,
an experienced guy, got talent, man, a good guy to be in the ring with you for your first matchup. Uh, and look, I think we all probably feel like we could have used more training the first time we stepped in the ring. So I don't think that's nothing to I don't think that's nothing new there. Dakota, what about you, man?
for me,
I mean
it was a
Hunter.
little, it was.
Look, y'all gonna have to take you gonna have to take that damn
Hey,
hat off so I don't get
it's happened to
confused,
us
man.
our entire life.
It's
It's
been our
happened our
whole life.
entire life. It's completely fine. But
Hunter,
for
there you
me,
go.
I I kind of I was refereeing for about a year and a half, and I went to the show that I wrestled my first match at. It was in Pontotoc, Mississippi, at one of the National Guards, and I just I had no idea. I went up there with my ref stuff fully, like I thought I was refing, and I mean I was training and everything, and a bunch of guys no showed. You know, typical thing that happens a lot of
Right.
times in wrestling. A bunch of guys no showed, and they was like, Hunter, we need you tonight. you're making your debut tonight. So I had to borrow some tights from my dad, some boots from my dad, and some knee pads from him. And
Right.
I wrestled him. It was me and him. I was super nervous, super scared. Was not prepared for it at all. We went in and had a really easy match, just something super simple because, like I said, I wasn't prepared and I was super nervous and it was. But we had a pretty good match. He done a great job at getting the fans behind me because I wasn't really doing a good job at helping him out with that because, like I said,
Right.
I I was a nervous wreck, but we made it work with what we had, and I think it turned out pretty good. Something I'm proud of.
So look, Dakota, and I'm right this time. So you didn't seem like he said it, pretty nervous. I was the same way, man. I still get nervous before going to shows. Still get those butterflies. But were
Oh,
you? Did you have those nerves like that, or was it a little different for you?
oh no, I had nerves.
Yeah.
I had nerves. That was an important detail I left out. I still get the nerves. Don't I can't sit here and lie like, oh, I went out there. No, I wasn't nervous. I was nervous.
Yeah.
I could have puked right there. As soon as I walked out, I could have puked. It, it's a feeling that every wrestler can understand, and if you don't understand it, you ain't doing it right.
And here's the thing for you guys. I mean, you guys got a lineage to live up to too. So I'm sure that weighs on your nerves, adds a little extra poundage on your shoulders when you're first starting out, or even now, probably still. You got a name to uphold. Is that
Right.
what kind of pressure is that, man?
That's actually something we just recently, like I was just recently talking with my dad about. I do feel that, and I completely agree. I do feel like there's a weight on our shoulders, and there's a lot of hopes for us, and it does feel very pressuring at times. Like the standards people set for us and things like that. It can get pretty stressful, and it can like it just it's something that we do talk about a lot. Like it is something I think about a lot. It is there. Like the pressure is there, and it does make you stress a little bit about
Right. Look, Chad
It's
Dixon's with us, and he said Parental Advisory is a very cool name. I think so too.
it.
So look, I'm assuming Dad's right off camera.
yeah.
Man, if he wants to pop in, tell
Yeah.
him pop on in. That's up to him. Uh, but here's what I want to talk to you about, Hunter. You got to work your dad your very first match. So let's talk about that for a second. What was it like, your very first, which I'm sure y'all been in the ring a lot, but first real match out in front of the crowd like that. Talk to me about your first match being against your daddy.
It wasn't what I was expecting. Um, I just I always thought, oh, Justin Klein, Jesus.
Yeah, we're going to get to Justin. Just go on
Yeah,
with
we
your
can get
thought,
to him
man. We're going to
later.
get to
We can
Justin.
get to him later. It wasn't how I expected it to be. When I first started, I was expecting, you know, all these things you have to remember and things you have to keep up with and things you have to do. But when I found out I was wrestling that night, it was like 5 minutes before our match. There was nothing. We haven't come up with anything, and I was sitting there scared, nervous. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, what's happening? Like, what are we doing? And his music hits, and he looks at me and goes, "All right, kid," finishes a roll up and walks out. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what are we gonna do? And then I got in there. Once I got in the ring, all the nerves kind of went away. Not necessarily went away. They kind of dulled down a little bit. And I realized that when you're in there with somebody who knows what they're doing, it's just a lot easier than people might think it.
Old school way right there. Sometimes back in the
Exactly.
day, you didn't even know the finish. When I first broke
Yeah.
in, there was still a lot of separated dressing rooms. You're on one side of the building, the baby faces are here, whichever one you are is on the complete other side. So a lot of times you went to the ring and really didn't know anything till you got in there. But that's right there. That's what makes good workers. That's what makes
Exactly.
real pro wrestlers, man. Here's the thing. You can plan everything, but what happens when that don't go right? You got to learn how to be able to pivot and turn. If it ain't working, you got to fix it right then, right there to make it work. And I mean, once the script's out the window, what do you do if you're not used to that? I love that, man. I don't think I've ever actually met your dad, but my brother worked with your dad a lot over in Mississippi. So I know, man, he's got a lot of experience. He's been around forever. I've been hearing the name Tony Dab since, man, I want to say 2000s, maybe even 1999 or 8, somewhere around there. But I mean, that's old school stuff. That right there is going to help you so much, you guys, somewhere down the line, being able to just go in there and wrestle without having to know. I see so many young guys go over everything. They get out there and one spot gets messed up, and you can tell this the deer in the headlights. Look, they don't know what's going on. They lose it, and then they go right back into the spot like immediately without even putting something in between it. If you're going to go back to your spot, take 30, 40 seconds and do a little bit of shit in between and then go back to your spot. By the time you do it, people's done forgot about it. You know, old school stuff. Look, let's get Justin Klein because he's talking. He said extra poundage on their shoulders. They weigh 150 pounds combined. So what is the deal with Justin Klein? I figured Justin Klein would love you guys.
Man, Justin Klein's he's just a arrogant hater. I mean, that's really the only way I can describe him. That's it. He thinks that because Brandon has become EPW champion or whatever, that they just rule the Mid South or whatever goes through the mind of Justin Klein. God knows what goes through his mind, but I don't know. There's a bunch of words to describe Justin Klein that I'm just not gonna say.
Oh man, you can say them, dude. If you really want to say them, feel free to say them, man. I think them all the time, man.
Look, Klein. How many he likes? How many people does he like? It seems like he doesn't like anybody, you know?
I think him and Brandon's probably on his top 10 list over and over, man. I don't know who he likes better, himself or Brandon half the time. Look, he come back and he said, I thought I tuned into Full House for a second. Mary Kate and Ashley are still adorable. Dude, he's on y'all's ass, man. Look, he come back, he said, we should go back. Klein's jealous. Well, he said we should go back to separate locker rooms. Then people wouldn't get their boots stolen by little punks. And we're going to talk about that because that's what the picture at the top on each side. We're definitely going to talk about that because, like I said, y'all kind of stir the pot. Here's the thing. Y'all are baby faces, but y'all do some heelish shit at times, man. Yeah. So let's talk about that balance for a second. Klein, come back. Let's get him out of the way. He said they are social delinquents. I mean, Klein thinks everybody's a social delinquent except himself. So look, let's talk about that because you guys really walk that fine line. Y'all good guys, but man, y'all do some stuff. I guess the fact that y'all do it to the bad guys makes it work. But man, so just talk to us about that fine line of where the line is between turning the fans against you and keeping them with you.
So the way I look at it, and even Justin Klein, he knows most times you got to win by any means necessary. And I look at it like this: everybody loved DX, and they did the same things that we do. So what makes it any different? Even though we are good guys, everybody wants to win. Everybody likes winning, even if that means that we got to steal a boot. If it helps us win, we're gonna try our hardest to win.
I mean, man, we've stole boots, we've tied shoelaces together. We'll do just. I mean, we're not bad guys by any means. We just really like winning, and if it takes stealing a boot or tying some shoelaces to get a win, then so be it.
Y'all are ribbers. Y'all are professional ribbers, is what you're telling me.
Professional ribbers.
Exactly. So let's discuss this boot for a minute now. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was some of the greatest shit. It was hilarious to me. So, y'all, just for the people who may not know, So y'all get a hold of one of K-Swiss's boots, and y'all keep it. Keep it to the point where he can't find it, and he's out in the ring wrestling barefooted. So then, eventually y'all give him that one boot back, and he's happy. He walks off happy. And then as he walks off, the other boot pops up. Y'all done stole his other boot. You give him one boot back, stole the other boot. What kind of shit is that, man? Tell me the truth. What is that?
I just think of it like this. It was a lesson to K-Swiss to not keep his boots so easily accessible. If they were right there for the taking, he shouldn't have had them there. Next time, now he's learned and he doesn't keep his boots so easily accessible. We actually helped him out on there.
If you think about it, we really just teach lessons. That's what we're here for. We're here to teach. We're here to help.
I like it, man. I'm here to help. We teach lessons. Well, you know, K-Swiss, another veteran guy, super experienced. He didn't seem like he liked that lesson too much, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. He didn't seem too happy.
Oh, he'll like it. He'll like it in the future. We just got to give him some time. He's a little bit cranky at times. He's old. He's got a lot to deal with. I've seen some gray hairs popping in when we was behind him stealing his boot. I've seen some gray hairs popping up, so he's got to be dealing with some stress. So we just give him some time. He'll come to enjoy this.
Well, look, we're going to get Justin Klein's comments out, but we're going to revisit that as soon as we do, because there was another little wrinkle thrown in that little scenario there that I really want to talk about. Look, Klein comes back and he said they're doing some DX meets Jackass style juvenile, I guess crap's what he says, completely unprofessional. Then he comes back and says, I like a lot of people, myself, Brandon Savage, Andrew Bates, obviously we knew that, Eli Knox, and a man who has been on a mission to teach these two guys, teach these two a lesson, K-Swiss. So he's a K-Swiss fan, which I already knew that. I knew Klein was a K-Swiss fan, so y'all are lucky you didn't get no papers served on you over those boots, man. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah. Look, we're honestly, I mean, like you said, we taught him a lesson at the end of the day. That's the way we want to look at it. And K-Swiss is something in our past at this point. Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we it hasn't aired publicly yet, but we handled the K-Swiss problem. It's just something. It's the old people, I think. That's honestly that's what I'm gonna call it.
Oh no, man! I'm old as fuck, dude. I'm old as hell. Y'all talking about old people, man?
But you're all right. Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking. We ain't even in the same fucking state, and I'm already making sure all my shit's still on my desk. Man, ain't nothing gonna be piss me off worse than we cut this fucking podcast and my mic's missing. I'm gonna know who to come to. I'll be looking for y'all's ass. Look, Klein comes back and he said it'll be a cold day in Boonville before I take any lessons from these two. This is who I want to see you get. I'll be honest with you. I really want to see y'all get Klein and Savage. I do.
I just actually wrestled Brandon one time.
I did. I wrestled Brandon Savage. It was my second match. I didn't get the job done. Like, I didn't have much experience with him. I'll be mad to say he was definitely the better man in that situation. But I'm not the same kid that he faced a year ago. I will say that.
So look, we talked about the boot and K-Swiss, but there was another little wrinkle. You pissed K-Swiss off, but you kind of made your dad mad too. So talk to us about your dad interjecting himself into the K-Swiss situation and the dynamic there. How did y'all feel about that when Dad popped on the scene?
It was kind of a weird situation. Honestly, it was. I mean, K-Swiss, he obviously knew he needed some help. So he asked him to come in and try and help him out a little bit. And it obviously, from what we've seen, didn't work. But he thought with him being our dad that he would know some type of ways to help get rid of us or take care of us or whatever. But I mean, we seen him come in and we didn't bat an eye. I mean, it was just another day for us. We took care of business. Like I said, it didn't bother me any. Did it affect you?
I would say I don't think it really did because it's just something we've dealt with our whole lives. He acts like we haven't been beat by our dad before.
I was just fixing to go there too.
It's something we're used to, And so we've gotten used to it. We was actually able to use a little bit of it to our advantage because we obviously know him a lot better than we know K Swiss. And so why would K Swiss bring one of the people that we know best? You know, he should have brought somebody in that we had no knowledge on. Exactly. If he wanted to beat us, he should have found somebody that we had no knowledge on. And maybe he would have had a better chance.
Man, I hear y'all talking a lot of stuff and all that shit's fun and games until Daddy shows up on this podcast with the belt and starts strapping y'all's ass right now, man. Got y'all running through the house chasing with the belt, dude.
Hey, listen. If we start running, that old man can't keep up. That's all I gotta say.
Man, I can see right now. I know right now he's off camera fuming now. He's like, all right. Tony, if you need to whoop their asses on camera, go and get that belt, man, and break it out, dude. Maybe they need some kendo stick shots. I don't know. But talk about, we talked about you getting to work with your dad in the first match. Dakota, let's talk to you now. You're getting to, there he is right there.
Yeah,
Tony.
I have to deal with her mom too, so you gotta keep that in mind.
I understand that, man. So look, Tony, these are your boys making a name for themselves in the wrestling business around our area, already making a big splash at EPW. You know, here's the thing, it's got to make your dad proud. Got to make him proud. Even though he may not like some of the things y'all do, I feel like he's got to be proud of you guys, man. Y'all are cool. Y'all are good in the ring, young. Like I said, brash and cocky, but that's what the wrestling business is about. So talk to me, Dakota, about getting to work with your dad in these tag matches with K Swiss.
There's every time we step into the ring with him, there's always something new to learn. And that's one thing I like. He always teaches us something new, and we never have any trouble because he's got so much experience. He knows how to work, and obviously we could use a little bit more learning, and so he's there to help us out, and it helps our knowledge because, you know, we're still young. We're only about a year in. We've only been tagging together for about eight-ish months, maybe. And so when you get in the ring, you're always learning something new, no matter who you're facing. And when you get in there with somebody that almost has 30 years of experience, no matter how much experience you have, there's always something new to learn.
Oh, yeah, you never quit learning in the wrestling business. I don't think you do. I don't care who you are and how long you've been in. You'll still learn new things every time you go to a wrestling show a lot of times, man. So I think if you ever quit learning, you're probably done in the business. You know, it's time to find something else to do if you ever quit learning and if you ever lose those butterflies. So Dad gives y'all a little bit of tough love in the ring is what I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
So look.
Yeah, and especially in training.
What'd you say?
I said he especially gives that to us in training. He's a little rougher on us than everybody else.
Well, dude, training's where it starts at, man. If you train hard, you can wrestle hard, and that's the way I look at it. It's just always been practice hard, play hard. Is the way I look at it. Look, Klein's back, and he said, "Who won that match, Dakota?" Talking about you and Brandon. You admitted Brandon won. Klein's just trying to rub it in. He says, "I'm surprised Tony didn't insist they changed their name. He doesn't deserve this." Damn. So he don't like y'all, but he does like Dad. He likes Dad and K Swiss, man. I don't know either. But let's talk about this. 8 months tagging together. You guys are already featured on one of the prominent wrestling television products around the whole Mid-South area, around our area. Talk to me about kind of starting out and getting to start out almost right on TV, man. Here's the thing. A lot of people's going to say, well, they got that spot because this and that. But the fact of the matter is somebody can give you a spot. But if you don't go out there and do the job like it needs to be done, you ain't going to keep that spot. So they can say what they want. They say that about a lot of people. Brian Christopher, Jeff Jarrett. Both these guys worked their asses off. Both of them worked their asses off. The door might have been cracked open for them because of who their dads were, but the fact of the matter is, if they hadn't held up their end of the bargain in the ring, they'd have never made it to where they did. I kind of see the same pattern with you guys. So talk to me about kind of what's it like to see yourself on TV.
It was it all happened really, really fast, honestly. Um, we went to an EPW show as fans, because I mean we've always liked their product and how they put on their show. We've always liked how professional it looks and the talent that they have. So we went to one of their shows as fans, and they came to us and was like, "What do y'all think about working with us?" And we said yes, and we went to that first taping, and if I'm not mistaken, our match. I don't know if our match was going to be on TV or not, but I think we did well enough, and they can't. We got back to the back and had got a lot of good reviews about it, and they put it on TV. And we, I remember when that episode aired, we both sat down and watched it, and it was definitely a weird feeling looking at yourself on a very professional looking platform and seeing yourself live airing on TV. It was definitely a very very cool feeling.
Yeah, man. Did people instantly think you guys were rich?
Oh, I went to school the next the next week, and everybody came up to me and was like, "Are you famous? Are you famous?" Everybody was asking me if I was famous.
I
That
might
was
be.
the first question, and I always just said, "Come find out for yourself." That's what I said every time. Just come to a show and find out for yourself.
Well, look, since you mentioned school, I meant to ask y'all this early on. Look, when everybody sees you guys, you look like you're 16, 17 years old. How old are you guys?
I'm 18.
I'm 19.
Okay, 18 and 19. So, man, y'all ain't just a tag team. Y'all ain't just brothers, man. Y'all are almost twins. I mean, y'all spent y'all's whole life together pretty much.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So talk to
without a
me
doubt.
about how that helps you guys in the ring. Do y'all already kind of know what each other's thinking?
At some points,
Yeah,
in some cases, yeah, because growing up, being close in age, which means we basically did almost every new experience together. When I first got in the wrestling ring, it wasn't like he was too young to get in the wrestling ring, so he got in there with me. Whenever I started school, he started school. So when you have those nervous feelings, we both went through those together at around the same time. Just about everything we've done in life, we've done together. And so getting into wrestling, it wasn't like it was something new, like, oh,
no,
this is somebody that I don't know. And so I'm getting in the wrestling ring with somebody I don't know. I'm getting in the wrestling ring with my brother, who I know just about better than anybody. And on most levels, we think just about the same. So if there's something that we know we can do, we will try it. And there's things that we know we can't do, and that's something that we help build ourselves and get better at. So maybe one day we can do those things that we once couldn't.
And here's the cool thing about being brothers, man. Me and my brother broke in at the same time. He managed me. He was my manager. But the cool thing about that is when you guys go somewhere, you ain't never on your own. No matter what's going on there, what happens, you know you got somebody that's got your back you can count on, whether you're wrong or right. We know if
Yeah,
something breaks out, your brother's going to be there for you. And half the time, I'm sure your dad is at a lot of these shows. So, you got the whole Dabs family jumping somebody's ass if shit goes wrong. You know what I mean?
exactly,
So talk
exactly.
to me about that aspect of it. Does it give y'all a little extra confidence, know that y'all are together and that y'all got each other's back no matter what?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Because I mean, like you said, I mean the chemistry's obviously there. So I mean, I'm a little extra confident tagging with him than I would be anybody else because I know if he's thinking one thing, I can be thinking the same thing. I know when he does something, he can tag me in, and we're just automatically on the same page. We automatically know what to do. I mean, it's just everything goes smooth and everything works so fluent just because of that chemistry we have.
Yeah, y'all work really good together, man. Ahead of y'all's time in the business, I can tell you that. But I also see a little bit of when y'all get in there, I feel like sometimes y'all are working together, but you want your moves to be better than his moves, and then he comes in, wants his moves to be better than the moves you just done. Do y'all have that competitiveness between y'all?
Not really.
Well, in personal life, yes.
Yeah.
But when we step in the wrestling ring, it's all teamwork from there. Nobody, neither of us trying to be better than another one. Now, say we go out and we go to the arcade or something, and we go play arcade games. Oh, it's definitely competitive there.
They
We're
still have
competitive.
arcades?
Um, there's a few of them.
Man,
Yeah, there's a few of them.
that's some
But
80s
also,
shit
like,
right there.
we work two different, like, I wouldn't say completely different because I mean we both started training around the same time. We both trained by the same person. We both know everything he knows how to do, I can do. But we have two very different work styles at times. Like I can go in and do the little fast pace, do the flips, and then tag him in, and he'll come in, slow it down a little bit, take his time, beat him down a little more, and then I could come back in and I could do the same thing. So I mean, I feel like that's another reason we work really well together because I mean, we can work both styles. So no matter
Right.
who's in there, if it's somebody that needs to be fast paced and do flips, I can do that. If it's somebody that needs to be slower and take it steady, he can do that. So I mean, I feel like our work styles combine very well together, and that's another reason. Like that's something behind the success we've been getting here recently.
Yeah, I feel like y'all complement each other real well. I do see that, man. Y'all do. Y'all compliment each other well. Look, man, I was watching a match from either, it was either this past Saturday or 2 weeks ago. Another young team out there I've had on this podcast, EOG. I seen you two guys, you four guys hook it up, man. And I thought, man, y'all had a hell of a match. Talk to me about these young guys. And I feel like that's a rivalry right there. I feel like that thing is brewing and building, man. I feel like you four guys are going to put out some classic matches here down the line.
I think all four of us can agree that we all have fun working each other, and we get to work. We actually get to work them again Saturday night, and so we get another chance to go out there and do another match. And the good thing about it is not every match is the same. So I'm hoping we can go out there and have a completely different match. Let's see everything we can do. And I'm hoping that many years down the line we can just keep this going because I definitely see that both of all four of us, we're all young, we're all hungry, and we're all going to be around. And as long as we're around, we'll keep running into each other. If we have to keep headbutting each other, so be it.
Yeah, and I completely agree because like I mean, we got EOG was a bucket list team for us because I mean I met EOG at MIW. I went and watched the show and I met them and they was talking. I was talking to them and I mean after I got to watch them, I started watching some of their stuff, and that was a team we all four really wanted to work each other, and we finally got in there and got the chance, and we showed everybody exactly what we was capable of, and I feel like we had honestly I mean not to toot our own horns, but I feel like we all four worked really well together and had a really good match. So I mean that's another one I'm super proud of, and that I would like to that I'm very excited to run it back with them.
Well, here's the thing. I thought y'all did too. I thought it was a hell of a match. I'm ready to see the next matchup and see what it brings. And you got to keep it. You got to keep mixing it up. It ain't the old days. You can't have a match here at the Coliseum and then go to Nashville and have the same match like back in the days. Because I mean, social media is out there. Everything's instant now. Once you have that match, everybody's done seen it. So when you go to the next one, it's got to be different. But here's what I like, man. All right, you go from working with K Swiss and your dad, kind of a totally different style match and everything, to work with these other guys, young like you guys, fast like you guys, strong like you guys, brash like you guys. Talk to me about getting in there and being able to work with somebody that can keep up with you guys.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. That I mean, that's really the best way to describe it for me. It was just a ton of fun. Like we went in there, we clicked, we had great chemistry, even though it was the first time working with each other. We clicked. We had a killer of a match, and me personally, I had a blast working with them.
Oh yeah, me too. They're so much fun to work with, and they're so much fun just to, like, be around. They have completely different personalities than us, and so whenever we was actually we figured out that we were wrestling each other, we all four got very excited, and we all started almost instantly figuring out, okay, how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? Because it was really our first taste of, okay, these guys are just about the same as us. It was the first time we've ever gotten there with a team that was around our age and around, we had about around the same styles. And so the excitement for that match and the excitement for the match this weekend, it's just something that is really hard to explain.
Yeah, I thought you guys had great chemistry, and I thought the match. Here's the thing: it wasn't too fast, wasn't too slow, but it was action packed from start to finish.
Yeah.
It was action, good solid action. I thought it was great. I'm anxious to see where that leads. But let's talk about the brand new EPW Tag Team Champions, the Initiative. You got you. Look. I know it's kind of early, but surely you guys see yourself as, obviously, you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't want to be the EPW Tag Team Champion somewhere down the line. So what do y'all think
Um,
about Hunt and Genesis?
for me, the EPW Tag Team Champions is my ultimate goal. Like I'm sure it's the same for him. I mean, all the different promotions we work for, the EPW Tag Team Champions is my goal. Like that's what I want to get. That's what we have our sights set on. And we actually got to work with Jason and Trace at our MIW debut. We worked Jason and Trace, and that was honestly top two. I would say top two or top three matches of our entire career. So I mean, we didn't get the win. They got it. They got us. They got us at the end. It wasn't necessarily clean, but they got us. But if we work again, I think it could have a totally different outcome.
And that was another team that we clicked with. We instantly clicked with them. Jason and Trace are awesome. Like, and together they are just great. There's a reason why they're the EPW Tag Champs. And of course, our main goal is to win the EPW Tag Champs. And like we've shown in the past, we will win by whatever it takes.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. Both of them established single stars. Both of them over as single guys, and a lot of times those teams, when you put them together, they don't mesh. But this time, when Trace and Genesis decided they were going to hook up and become the Initiative, man, I'm like you guys. I think, man, they're good together. They're really good
Okay.
together because there was a lot of people out there looking at it like, this don't always work. It don't always turn into Jay Lawler and Bill Dundee. You
Yeah.
know, but these two guys are really good together. They got experience. Both of them have already been the EPW heavyweight champion. They're the EPW tag team champions right now, but they're also the Premier Pro tag team champions too. And let's talk that for a second, because here's what I'd like to see. I want to see Parental Advisory versus EOG in Dyer, Tennessee for Premier Pro somewhere down the line. I want to see it live. I want to
Yeah,
see you
that's
four
definitely a
guys.
possibility. That is without a doubt a possibility. I've actually talked with the guy who runs Premiere. It's just our schedule has become so busy, and but Premiere is definitely a promotion we're very interested in working with, and I love their product. I always have been a fan of their product since they started running. I feel it's one of the best shows in Tennessee. Like they run a fantastic show, and I mean I agree with you. I would love to work EOG in Dyer.
Oh yeah, Premier Pro is definitely another place that we want to be. It's just right now it's a timing thing, and so hopefully sometime maybe later this year, maybe early next year, we can get that opportunity to go down to Dyer, work for Premier, because we want to get our names out as far as we can, and we got Middleton, Tennessee. We go down to Dyer, Tennessee. That's another spot that we can get our name out in. And as much as our main thing is we want to get our name out as far as we can.
Mhm.
Right. That's the goal for should be the goal for any pro wrestler. Get out there, get your name out there as big and as far as possible, and see what it brings, man. So look, let me ask you guys this. I'm going to name off a few tag team names, and y'all just hit me with your opinions. What y'all think, and how you think you would match up against them, more importantly than any of that. Hold on, we got a comment from JM Bros. He said, I love watching you guys. My brother does too. You got
Hey,
fans out
man.
there, guys, already.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that.
So I'm going to throw out some tag team names. Let's just start with the Crowleys.
Fantastic. We've worked with them already, and so much fun to be in there with. And I grew up watching Jackson, so I mean, getting in there and sharing that ring with them was a blast, and I had a great time.
The best thing about them is the way our gimmicks work with each other. So they have their gimmick, we have our gimmick, and when we put both those together, they meshed so well, and it was so easy to tell stories through our moves. But and you don't get that every time. It's very lucky when you step in there with somebody for the first time and able to tell stories without having to do much of anything.
Right, I agree with you on that. Look, I know you guys are from Mississippi, so these next guys, I'm sure you know them. I don't know if y'all have ever worked. I know your dads worked with them a bunch, probably. Savage Brotherhood, Storm and Brody Hawk. Give me y'all's thoughts of those guys and how you think you'd match up against them.
Um, I don't know. Definitely a team that we would like to face. Savage Brotherhood. They're rough. They're obviously they have a name for themselves. They're the guys. They're the big guys. We have worked with Storm as referees, so we know what he's capable of from our point of view. And it's just one of those matches that you know that you're going in there for a fight. If you don't want to fight, don't step in the ring with Savage Brotherhood.
Exactly.
Right.
And I agree with what he just said. I mean, they're tough. They're old school. I mean, like he said, you when you get in there with Savage Brotherhood, you're gonna have to prepare for a fight. I mean, so that's one I'm interested in. It hasn't happened yet, but that's definitely one I'm interested in.
All right, so the next team I'm throwing out there, former EPW Tag Team Champion, Steel Cross. How you think you guys match up with those guys?
That's another bucket list team, honestly. I
I,
mean,
I honestly feel like Steel Cross would be one of those teams that we would click so well with, and that could be another team that we could face 100 times and have 100 different matches because they work so well together, and I feel like we could also work so well with them. It's definitely one of those teams that we really, really would like to face.
Right. Yeah, they're I'll be honest with you, for me, over the last 2 years, they're probably the one tag team that has made the biggest leaps and bounds around here.
uh,
2 years ago, they kind of stayed in their home base at TIWF. Something got up their ass. They decided, we're going to go out here and prove that we're as good as we think we are and say we are. And they pretty much have, man. They've went all over the Mid-South, worked for pretty much every company. They've won tag team gold in most of them. The only one I think right now, major company around here, they ain't won tag team gold in is Memphis Wrestling. But a hell of a team. They're a team that I feel like a lot of the guys who want to stay in their small one town pond, I feel like they're a team. They're a couple of guys that these guys ought to kind of look at and think, well, if they had the confidence and the guts to go out and try it, if you think you're that good, look, it sucks being a big fish in a small pond eventually. I'd rather be a small fish in a giant pond than the big fish in a small pond, because there's no room for growth once you reach that point. And hell of a team out there. There's no doubt about it. They're a hell of a team. JM Bros come back and he says, me and my brother are going to wrestle. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to beat him.
hey, good luck. Good luck.
Hey, if he's talking about Savage Brotherhood, I'm just warning you now. Yeah, be ready for a fight.
So look, guys, is there any teams out there around our area that I mean, I know there's more teams that I didn't call out, but is there any teams out there that you guys really want to step in the ring with? Look, let's start around our area first. Is there any other teams out there that you guys really got on that bucket list?
Ooh, normally I can think of these. I got put it. Ooh, I'm going blank.
Definitely, obvious answer is still Cross. We'd really like to wrestle still Cross. But there's also some, there's some teams in Memphis wrestling that we would really like to step in the ring against. I mean, I'm kind of blanking.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
Still
So look, I'm gonna throw.
Obvious is the next person that comes to mind though.
So look, since Justin Klein put a comment, he said, "I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond," which I already knew that, Justin. You like being top dog. Let me throw a hypothetical at you guys. Suppose the Hot Shots were still a tag team. What happens if the Hot Shots face off against Parental Advisory?
I think that'd be a pretty easy win, honestly. Yeah, that's not a team that we'd be worried about. We'd just run straight past them and go on to the next.
You know, I heard Ethan was the weak link anyway. If they do come back, obviously get Ethan in the ring, isolate him.
Yeah.
Sounds like you can beat Ethan pretty easy, man. Hold on, Clyde.
I would never talk about my brother like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what's up with Brandon Savage, but I'd never talk about my brother like that. That's crazy.
Man, I thought the same thing. Now look, I can't say nothing. Me and my brother will fucking fist fight if it comes down to it. but I ain't gonna go publicly and just dog him out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I thought the same thing. Klein comes back and said, "But we're good enough to be big fish in big oceans." It's hard to be in the ocean when you're in a small pond, Klein.
Yeah, exactly.
Klein's gonna be big anytime anywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Look, he's back. He says, "Excuse me," and then Klein says, "Stop the count." So I'm assuming he's talking about line because that's some of that new shit I learned from my son. I didn't know cap meant line. That's cap. And I feel like I'm gonna use another one of my son's favorite terms. I feel like Klein's glazing Brandon Savage a lot. What y'all think?
Oh, yes, Klein is definitely glazing Brandon Savage, without a doubt. He's top notch at doing that job.
So look, guys, we're getting ready to wrap it up. But before we do, what are you guys' immediate goal over the next? Let's just say the next 3 years. What do y'all want to accomplish around our area over the next 3 years?
So first things first, we got to get us some gold. That's something that we've yet to do, and that's something we definitely want to do. Another thing, we want to wrestle for Memphis Wrestling. That's one of them places. It's a gateway. Memphis Wrestling is a gateway. You see Memphis Wrestling stars on TV everywhere, like Mackenzie Morgan, their women's champion. She just wrestled on ROH about a month ago. And
right.
They always have their guys as enhancement talent on WWE, AEW, ROH. It's just one of those places that you get your name out of there.
No, I agree with y'all on that. Yeah, 100%, man. And look, I feel like with what you already got going on at EPW, I feel like that's only a matter of time, to be honest with you. I feel like y'all are going to get to Memphis Wrestling. And I think you'll fit in real good there. Here's the thing. Here's where y'all come in. I describe EPW as more of the raw, gritty, Southern style, Jerry Lawler or WCW style wrestling. To me, Memphis Wrestling is more WWF style. Very, very highly character driven, and that's the beauty of y'all's gimmick. Y'all can go out there at EPW. Y'all got the right gimmick. You can be wrestlers, but over here, that gimmick can evolve and just become bigger at Memphis Wrestling as characters. You know, Parental Advisory is cool as hell. I think there's a million things in my head when I see you guys and watch you. There's just a million ideas that run through my head that people could do with you guys. So I think Memphis Wrestling's only a matter of time for you guys. Look, Klein's back and he says, "I've heard enough from one softball interview to another. It's time for Kamala. There you go, man. Look, I don't know what Kamala's going to say, man. You know, he passed away a few years ago. I don't think he liked you either, man. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
And then he come back with whatever the fuck that means, a Google eye face. I don't know what's going on with him.
He's just jealous.
I think Klein does get jealous a lot, man. I will say that. He acts like he's so self-assured and so self-confident, but I feel like he cries a lot when he's at home by himself.
Well, he has to. You can't convince me otherwise.
I feel like his old lady. I feel like his old lady cries a lot too every time she looks over and sees him. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely stressing somewhere.
So look, we took care of around here. Your immediate goal is to get some gold, hopefully EPW gold, maybe Premier Pro gold. But your goal is to get to Memphis Wrestling to hopefully that take you further, and that's where I'm headed. Both of you guys young, 18, 19. I'm feeling like you guys want to take this shit as far as you can possibly take it.
100%.
See, I talk to a lot of guys who blow me away with some of their answers sometimes. There's a lot of guys out there that are happy doing what they're doing right now. And the thing about pro wrestling, I don't give a shit if you're at the top of the WWE. It's just like the butterflies. If you're ever content to the point where you don't really care no more, then you've probably reached your limit. You probably reached your heights, and do something else. Do something that you're passionate about again. So talk to me. If you guys got a call from, let's just say NWA and TNA, right now, same money, same schedule, which one would you like to work for?
I mean, I would say TNA, obviously, because, I mean, right now the partnership they have with WWE, and, I mean, just the eyes that's currently on TNA's product, I feel like you could be set up to succeed much more working with TNA. Not that I would love to work with NWA, but if I had to choose, I think I would choose TNA.
I agree with you here. That's the thing about pro wrestling. You gotta think. Here's the thing. Pro wrestling, behind the scenes, you gotta have a strategy. And I was wondering what you was gonna say, because I thought the same thing. I thought, well, surely TNA, with the way they got the little deal with WWE now, obviously that's the choice. But I mean, here's the thing. Suppose NWA called you and that was kind of the stepping stone. You worked there for a while and got picked up by TNA. And then eventually, obviously, for you guys, the goal is the WWE, I'm sure.
I think that's the goal for every professional wrestler.
So let me ask you guys this. WWE, AEW. Obviously, AEW going to have a light schedule for the same amount of money, maybe even more, or WWE where you're going to work. Where do you guys... Here's the question, and here's why I lay it out there, because I feel like if you want to be a real superstar in this business, there's only one place you can go. You can go to AEW. Go ahead, Hunter.
I think anybody in their right mind should choose WWE in that scenario. I mean, the schedule's rough, yes, but I mean, my dream since I was a kid, since I was as young as I can remember, has always been to make it to WWE. That's just something I've dreamt of since I was a kid. So I mean, if that conversation was ever brought up and that those offers was ever made, I would choose WWE without a second thought.
Dakota, what about you, man?
Oh, I absolutely feel the same way. The WWE, it's there. Like everybody knows what the WWE is. It's household. Everybody, just about everybody knows what the WWE is. You know, you talk to somebody. Not everybody really knows what AEW is, but the WWE is what I've been watching since I was little. Little as I can remember, I was watching John Cena, CM Punk, Triple H, all of them. Them were people that I looked up to, and I would like to be in the shoes of them guys one day. And AEW really wouldn't give you that same opportunity to be that top caliber star.
And here's the facts. You can go to AEW, you can make a lot of money, and you can possibly become a star. But you can't become a superstar until you go to WWE. It's as simple as that. If you really, I mean, when you take young guys who really want to be the next fucking Shawn Michaels or Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or John Cena or The Rock or Stone Cold or so many more, if that's what you really desire to be, then you have to make your way to the WWE for that to happen. You can make a lot of money at other places, and you can become a star, but you can't become a superstar nowhere else but WWE in this climate today. It's just the bare facts of it. Guys, man, it's been my pleasure. I've been looking forward to this podcast. We've had it booked for a long time.
Yeah.
I enjoy talking to you guys, man. I want to get you guys back. I'm hoping here in the next year we see you guys win some gold, and then we're gonna bring you back to show the difference between here and then. Plug any of your social medias, any shows y'all got coming up. Plug anything y'all want to plug, guys.
So you can find me on Facebook at Hunter Dabs, Instagram at Hunter_Dabs. My YouTube is Hunter Dabs, and TikTok is Hunter Dabs 3. And for shows, we will both be at Middleton Independent Wrestling MIW in Middleton, Tennessee tomorrow night, and then Saturday night we'll be at EPW at the Tupelo Summerfest at the Tupelo Furniture Market.
And also, we're getting ready to start up a new show, Family Entertainment Wrestling. And it's going to be a show that fits all audiences. And it's definitely something that you need to look out for in the next year or two. We're hoping to make big splashes almost instantly. And you can find me at Dakota Dabs and Dak Dabs on all socials. And let's hope that, like you said, within the next year, we can win some gold. We can come back here. We definitely look forward to it.
So look, I'm glad y'all mentioned that because it'd been on my mind, but I didn't want to say nothing. Family Entertainment Wrestling. Let's talk about that for a second. Is that your dad?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Okay. I mean, I think we all kind of knew that. I just didn't want to bring it up, but since y'all did, let's talk about Family Entertainment Wrestling for you guys get out here. Talk to me a little bit about the getting it started. Talk to me about when your first show is going to be.
What's our first show, October 19th?
Yeah, the first show is October 19th, and the whole idea behind starting the show was a place for younger talent in this area to get more in, get more experience in, help out young guys like ourselves, just to get more experience in, run 1 to 2 times a month, just helping guys. That's honestly the main goal with the promotion.
Our roster is a mix of veterans and new guys, and we're going to have, it's going to mesh together so these new guys can get experience from these veterans and become better, and we're going to take the positives from shows like EPW, Memphis Wrestling, Middleton, and we're going to try to mix that together to run a very professional product. We're going to take the good, and we're going to just make a family show for every audience will be able to have something there that they will enjoy.
And here's the thing, at the end of the day, companies like EPW, Memphis Wrestling, Bluff City, Premier Pro, these different companies, they need a place to get talent. So I'm glad y'all are out there going to help develop new talent because, I mean, all wrestling companies need a variety of talent, and you need to be able to get new talent on a regular basis. And you need talent that's gotten to work with some experienced guys and actually kind of learned the business instead of you just taking some new guys and just throwing them right on TV. I know that's kind of happened to you guys, but the bare facts is you guys grew up in this business. Right. There's a big difference in coming in green, not ever being involved in wrestling, than growing up in the wrestling business. Look at Jamie Dundee. I'm sure he didn't really train. I'll be honest with you. He probably didn't overtrain. He'd been around it his whole life, probably bumped around a little bit in the ring, and in the right time coming, they threw him in there. And I mean, it is what it is. But I love the idea that the Family Entertainment Wrestling, I love that. I'd heard chatter, but I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't know for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. I'm looking forward to seeing where you guys go over the next year or two. I'm anxious to see where you guys do, because I feel like, man, I don't even feel like you guys are even scraping the bucket right now. I feel like there's so much more that we're going to see from you guys as you guys get a little more experience and evolve another year or two down the line. Dude, I love the gimmick. Stick with it. Believe in it. Here's the thing,
Yes,
believe in it. If you guys believe, the fans will believe. If you guys don't believe, it won't work. As long as you guys believe in who you are, it'll work.
Totally agree.
Guys, I appreciate you coming on, and you guys have a great night.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Parental Advisory, EPW, MIW. Go check these guys out. They're young, they're hungry, they're brash, they're cool, they're cocky, and they're funny. You never know what they're going to do. They liable to rib you. Look, guys, we're back Monday. Hopefully Monday we do the grappler. We've had some issues. We've had to postpone it a couple of weeks. Hopefully Monday, third time is the charm, hopefully. If so, we got the grappler Lynn Denton Monday. Wednesday, we got Power Pro's own Randy Hales. We're going to be talking about a night to remember. Thursday, we got the pro wrestling legend downtown Bruno, Hall of Famer. We're going to be talking about a night to remember, and we're going to learn about Randy Hales and how he got into business, and Bruno the same way. Same thing with the grappler. Monday night, guys, 7 p.m. Tune in. Hope everything goes right. Before I forget, like this video, share this video, go to Buster H.R. Johnson on YouTube and subscribe. Until Monday, guys, y'all take it easy.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past.
And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.